Hello my fellow book addicts, Meg here, and it's time for another book review. Today, I'm going to be talking about Legion by Kagawa, and this is book 4 in the Talon Saga. So, I had filmed and edited a review for this ages ago. But, when I tried to upload it, it just wouldn't upload. I don't know why, but something was wrong with it, and I couldn't figure it out, I couldn't fix it, so that meant I had to sit down and refilm this again. Which worked out because I want to reread the whole series, including Legion, before Inferno, the last book, came out. So like all the other books in the Talon Saga thus far, I have greatly enjoyed Inferno. It was greatly entertaining. I was not really shocked at how the cliffhanger from Soldier was resolved. Like, I didn't predict how it was going to be resolved because I couldn't have seen that coming. But I knew they were going to save Garrett. It just wasn't a surprise to me. Just based on how another book series by Kagawa went, and how another similar situation was solved, it's just like, yeah, no, I wasn't that surprised that Garrett survived. Though I was pleasantly surprised on how. And just, how much should I say without going into spoilers? I'll cover it all in my spoilery bit. Yeah, like in all the other books so far, we have multiple points of view. We have Garrett, Ember, Riley, and Dante. And like the past couple of books, there were some flashback chapters. This time we were focusing on Dante-related flashbacks, which I thought was cool, seeing into his mind a little bit, getting a better idea of where he stands. Still don't forgive him for any of the crap he's done, of course, don't get me wrong. He is still making some horrible choices, some horrible mistakes, and I personally, as a reader, cannot forgive him for things that he has done. But, I feel I could kind of understand things a little bit more. And I haven't read Inferno yet, but it wouldn't surprise me if something happened to Dante. Whether him die or come very close to it. It wouldn't surprise me. So, throwing that prediction out there right now. And just, still trying not to go into spoilers. Stuff gets so real in this book. There is an epic battle, and oh my god, it makes me wonder how intense Inferno actually is gonna be. Like, Talon did something huge, and just based on how this ended, I am so interested to see how things wrap up in Inferno. It's getting really hard to not censor myself, so if you have not finished Legion yet, I'm gonna go into a more spoiler bit, so if you've not gotten this far yet, I suggest you stop, you catch up, you come back, and we can discuss. So, spoiler time. So like I said, I was surprised with how Garrett was saved. He was saved via blood transfusion thanks to Riley. And so interested to see what kind of side effects he really suffers, having dragon blood in him. I'm kind of throwing out the prediction that it has something to do with a longer lifespan, since dragons live thousands of years if they are not killed, and Garrett as a human has a much shorter lifespan. So unless one of them, or both of them die in Inferno, they're gonna be ending up together. So yeah, longer lifespan for Garrett is one prediction for me. So Ember's mother, the Elder Worm, however it's pronounced, I don't know, for some reason my brain kept reading it as worm. I don't know why, because it's not spelled like that, but I don't know, my brain reads things wrong. The leader of Talon, Ember and Dante's mother, she terrifies me. Not only because she is the oldest and strongest dragon in Talon, the leader of Talon, and so as such she has made all these choices to basically brainwash dragonkind, basically wiping out anything from their, lack of better words, culture that doesn't support Talon 100%. The concept of life mates, the choice on who they breed with, just all those rules, she approved if she didn't come up with them all on her own. So that alone is horrifying. But the fact that she created Ember solely so that she could live longer, that was a terrifying thought. That she created a daughter solely for the purpose to house her own memories. Utterly horrifying. And I am curious to see if Dante finds out at some point and how he reacts to it. Because a lot of what he has done was because of Ember. And him wanting to look out for her as her brother. So, it's going to be interesting to see how he reacts when he finds out what Ember's true purpose was. We get to see the rest of Riley's underground, which was awesome. We kept on hearing talk about his underground and all the other hatchlings he saved for books upon books now. But now we get to see more of the hatchlings that he has helped and interact with them more, which was cool. It was interesting seeing St. George and Riley's underground working together. A very interesting partnership. Now that this huge battle is over and done, and the dust is starting to settle for now, it's going to be interesting to see how the St. George chapter house that Garrett was a part of, the only one so far that we know of that has survived, it's going to be interesting to see how they mesh further with these hatchlings. Yeah, these hatchlings managed to save their butts and kept them from being totally wiped out, but old biases are really hard to break. Tensions will likely be very high. But yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see how these two factions against Talon work together and how they manage to take down Talon, if they even manage to take down Talon at all. And just a little side note, I was so damn relieved that Jade did not die. During the battle, it did look like she wasn't going to make it. And I like Jade. She is a really awesome character, and I live for her quotes. I live for her and Riley's interactions. I'm not quite sure if I ship them, but just their regular interactions and them snarking at each other are just perfection. So definitely want to see more of that in Inferno, and I'm gonna miss that when I finish Inferno and there's no more Talon books. Ooh. I actually forgot all about all the Eastern dragons. At one point in the book, Jade does go off to a meeting with other Eastern dragons. Typically, they don't have meetings together, they're typically solitary. So I wonder if they're gonna come and help take down Talon. Otherwise, this little rebellion against Talon is gonna be very small, with just one chapter house worth of St. George and Riley's underground. They need some firepower, and having a bunch of awesome, badass Eastern dragons like Jade definitely could tip the tides. Guess I should touch upon the whole life mate thing between Riley and Ember. I do like how Ember kind of addresses it finally, hopefully finally, in Legion. She tells Riley that she doesn't want to be with him just because some bond says they have to be. That she wants to be with someone because of love. She loves Garrett, and so she wants to be with him. She doesn't want to just do something just because instinct declares it. And understandably so, Riley, who has grown up believing dragons cannot feel love. He is a good deal older than Ember, so, those lessons are a little more ingrained into his head. Ember being only 16, a little more flexible in thinking. So yeah, Riley doesn't know what he feels. So I will admit, I feel bad for the poor guy, because I do like Riley, but I do like how Ember has kind of put her foot down, so to speak, and it's like, yeah, I don't want to be your life mate unless you love me. So since she has done that, I am hoping that we aren't going to see too much life mate drama in Inferno. I don't doubt we'll hear some of it, because that kind of thing just can't be dropped, I guess. Or it would be weird, in my mind at least, if it was just dropped and never mentioned again. Maybe a little tension, but hopefully it's just not brought up every single chapter and every turn we take. I think I touched upon everything I planned to touch upon, and yeah, overall, I really enjoyed this addition to the series, and I am both dreading and looking forward to reading Inferno. Like, it's sad that this series is gonna be over, but I'm interested to see where it wraps up. And just based on some recent news that was thrown out into the internet, it makes the ending of the series a little more bearable. Learned that there's gonna be more Iron Fae books. Another Iron Fae series. And the Iron Fae series is the first series of Julie Kagawa's that I've read, so knowing I'm getting more awesome Iron Fae books, as well as her new series starting up in the fall, and knowing I'm gonna have more Julie Kagawa books in my life, kind of eases the sting of this series being done. So now I can sit down, read, and finish Inferno, and not suffer too much of a Julie Kagawa withdrawal. So yeah, enough rambling for me. That's it for this book review, and I hope to see you guys next time.